The Anteaters look for redemption to even the season series. At the midway point in the conference season, UC Davis and Long Beach State sitting atop the Big West standings at the moment. UC Irvine a game back after dropping one at home to Davis on Thursday night. Welcome fans, I'm Trent Schlow. Next to me is Richie Schuler, former college basketball head coach. And Richie, we got the Maniacs behind us because the black and blue rivalry is on. These are two teams that quite frankly don't like each other, but UC Irvine, a team that can win in so many different ways, and the Beach are red hot. We're in for a real treat.
Yeah, a couple of things that each team needs to focus on in order to have a chance to win. UC Irvine, it's got to be their inside-outside attack. They only had 24 points in the paint on Thursday against UC Davis, which is uncharacteristic of a team that generally dominates with their back to the basket, and they got to clamp down defensively. I know you're thinking, Trent, Captain Obvious, right? But hey, Long Beach gave 88 points to Long Beach, including 12 three-pointers in their first game this season, so they have to do something about that. Beach, on the other hand, they have to control their tempo with the speed. Speed is what makes them different. Their transition offense is really capable of beating any opponent, and they have to rebound. They're a fairly undersized team. Irvine is ginormous. This will be a key statistic in the game.
Rebounding certainly has improved, Richie, for Long Beach State since David Samuels has emerged really the last month. UC Irvine starters look like this. Will Davis II, 18 points against UC Davis in the loss. He averages just under 12 a game, leads the team. John Ryan will make his 18th start of the year, replacing Mamadou Njai. And then to the bottom of your screen, Aaron Wright gets his second start of the year, averages about 4 points a game in 16 minutes off the bench. Gets the start for the injured Alex Young tonight. For Long Beach State, their starters like this, Mike Caffey and David Samuels really have become arguably the best 1-2 punch in the Big West. Caffey averages 18 points tonight. Samuels 17 and 12 on Thursday for his third double-double in the last 5 games. For more on tonight's game, we bring in the third member of our team, Sanaz Tavasol.
Thanks, Trent. Now tonight's black and blue rivalry will mark the second time these two teams have gone up against each other in conference play, with their last meeting being back on January 8th when the 49ers came out on top and what Coach Russell Turner called an unusual performance from his Anteaters. Coach said if we could have done a better job taking the care of the ball down that last home stretch, I'm confident we could have won. Now, though turnovers might have been the unfoiling of that game, the absence of sophomore guard Luke Nelson sure didn't make things any easier. Nelson is currently averaging 10 points a game and has proven to be a real presence when he's in the starting lineup. With both Mamadou Njai and Alex Young out tonight due to injuries, the Anteaters have to be hoping that Nelson can have the same game he had last time he played the 49ers with a career high of 28 points. Meanwhile, Long Beach is firing on all cylinders with players like Mike Caffey, Tyler Lamb, and David Samuels putting up excellent numbers. The Beach runs with an 11-man rotation, and 10 of them have already hit double figures so far this season. Oh, and by the way, guys, they've won the last 11 straight games here in the Pyramid, which makes this court a tough one to come into and try to sneak out with a win with. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sanaz. Long Beach State, a team, they don't lose at home. Here are the coaches in tonight's game. The head coach, Russell Turner, for UC Irvine, now in his 5th year, looking to take the Anteaters to the NCAA tournament for the first time in school history. Turner, a part of the Mike Montgomery coaching tree, and he was an assistant at Stanford and with the Golden State Warriors before arriving in Irvine. And Dan Munson on the other side, the winningest coach in Long Beach State basketball history. He surpassed Jerry Tarkanian earlier in this season, got Long Beach State to the dance in 2012, also took Gonzaga to the Elite Eight in 1999, and spent 7 years the head coach in the Big Ten with Minnesota. All right, Richie, the black and blue rivalry. Long Beach State 13 and 11 overall, 7 and 1 in the Big West. UC Irvine 13 and 9, 6 and 2 in conference play. UC Irvine, a team, Richie, that has battled a number of injuries this year. First it was Luke Nelson, then Mamadou Njai, and now Alex Young, but they do have a lot of options.
They do, and sometimes the sum of your parts are better than the individual talent. So if they can come together collectively, I think they'll be just fine. This is a very good team that's dealt with that adversity and still has had a tremendous season thus far.
McKnight will jump with Davis II, won by Long Beach State in their home whites. UC Irvine is in blue. That's Samuels with it now, looking for Tyler Lamb to transfer from UCLA. Backdoor cut stopped. John Ryan there for the stop.
Would have liked to have seen Tyler Lamb take the contact instead of trying to avoid the contact and gone up strong and got some free throws there. First 5 minutes of play is critical in a game like this. Set the tone early and throw that first punch.
Looking for John Ryan down low, and he gets the layup.
That's good. High-low movement. Two post players helping one another out.
Michaela Sal had a great game against UC Irvine before, hit 5 threes. She's done that twice this year. Also hit 5 against BYU the first game of the season. Right there to poke it loose, stays Long Beach ball.
What you saw UC Irvine do against Long Beach State in the first time was run a lot of diamond and one, or other people call it box and one. And they did a really good job of getting the ball at the high post and then kicking it out to open shooters. They hit 12 three-pointers in that game, and Souza had, LaSalle had 5 of them.
There's LaSalle in the corner. 3 doesn't fall. Now here's Aaron Wright starting for Young. Just his second start of the season. That's Davis, guarded by Samuels. 18 on the shot clock. Now Souza. Irvine will reset. Davis cutting, goes with the floater. Missed it and gets the tip slam.
That's incredible. That's 2 post players helping each other out again, looking for one another. I love that combo of Ryan and Davis II.
What a play by Will Davis II. Missed the initial shot, got his own rebound with a tip slam and scored. McKnight, back out Samuels. And now Mike Caffey, calling for the play.
All man-to-man for Irvine so far.
Caffey had a great night in their first meeting, pulls up, and the 3 is good.
He hit 5 of those in that first meeting. 27 points. Long Beach very much a perimeter-oriented offense. UC Irvine, that's a good blend of getting the ball inside with also some guard play. Can't count out Dave Samuels. You talked about him earlier. Dave Samuels for Long Beach has been doing some really good stuff inside.
Averaging a double-double in conference. Souza thought he had a look. Instead finds John Ryan for the long 2, and it's good.
Love when big guys can step out and knock down 15-footers. How about this matchup? You have LaSalle and Souza guarding one another. They're almost a mere reflection of each other. Predominantly shooting 3-point shots only throughout the season. I think it's like 18 combined shots or somewhere around there where they haven't made 3-pointers.
Amazing. That's McKnight underneath, can't finish. There's Wright trying to push the pressure. No, rebound, yes. Davis.
We've had 2 offensive rebounds for putbacks for Davis II. 2 out of 3 possessions. They have to get a body on him, and rebounding is not something that Long Beach is strong at. That's why they like to play fast. They want to get the ball up the floor and have to avoid having to rebound. But UC Irvine, so good at rebounding. Somebody's got to block him out.
Long Beach State near the bottom in the conference when it does come to rebounding. Lamb pulls up, front of the rim, no. McKnight on the glass, can't get the putback. And now Nelson goes flying up the floor. John Ryan has a lane, and he's stopped. McKnight with the swat, stays Irvine basketball.
Impressive dunk, but Irvine has a second chance.
Davis underneath scores.
And how about the way Davis II has been playing? His team struggled the other night, but he had 18 points on 6 rebounds, 4 of them being offensive.
Munson calls the timeout. That's the first charge against Long Beach State, first in this game. But how about this start for the Anteaters after really a terrible showing on Thursday? Got blown out by UC Davis at home. Bouncing back pretty well so far.
I think Coach Turner has challenged his bigs. In the previous game against UC Davis, I was very surprised that Irvine did not go inside the post more, because many opportunities where they usually go inside, they were electing to pass the ball around the perimeter, and most of their paint touches were off drives. But now you have Will Davis II making things happen, John Ryan making things happen, and then helping one another out. I love that when big guys look out for each other.
Davis already with 6 points. Ryan has the other 4 for UC Irvine, currently 5 of 8 from the field. As for Long Beach State, they are struggling to shoot the ball right now, just 1 of 7 from the floor.
And 14%, you see it right there. One shot being Caffey's 3-pointer. And they'll get some other offense going. They have some good offense coming off the bench here soon, too. It's just really a matter of finding your niche, finding the weak spots in Irvine's defense.
No changes on either side in terms of personnel. Lamb with a head fake. Long Beach State trying to set up. Lamb this time will launch. Left it short. Rebound Nelson. right now on the other end. No look pass, Davis slam.
How about the pass? That pass was incredible. I tell you what, when Alex Young went out with that injury against Davis a game ago just before halftime, they were not the same team in the second half. Now they've adjusted to Aaron Wright being their point guard, and you can see the results so far.
Davis, the second, has 8 of the 12. And then Long Beach State gives it away on the turnover. UC Irvine dominant. They've hit 2/3 of their shots. Davis, 8 points. Irvine on an 8-0 run. Here's a look at the last time these two teams met game 1 of the black and blue rivalry. Early on, Mike Caffey really got going. 27 points for Caffey in this game, and was a big reason why the Beach were able to be so successful in this.
Yeah, and also 12 of 24 from three-point land for Long Beach State. They shot over 55% for the game, 50% from 3.
But then it was right on the other side. Knocks down this 3. He had a career-high 24 points. See, that's Young not playing tonight, so a big absence for UC Irvine. But at the end, the three-point shooting just too much. Caffey knocks this one down. Beach go on to win it 88-82 for the first win of conference play. And now round 2 getting going, and right now Irvine up by 10.
And it's all Irvine. Irvine has to be proud of the way they're playing defensively, holding Long Beach 1 of 8 shooting. But offensively, Irvine has accepted the challenge. 24 points in the paint last game, already have 10 points in the paint so far in the first 4.5 minutes.
So now Souza will inbound for UC Irvine. Martin comes into the game, as is Giannis Dimakopoulos, and Martin steps on the baseline. That's a turnover. Long Beach State basketball underneath the Beach hoop. So 12-2. UC Irvine leading.
I think they changed that Mike Caffey three-pointer to a 2-pointer during the timeout.
So Caffey pulls up, misses the shot, and the tip by Samuels falls.
Now you're seeing some Long Beach basketball here, trying to press full court. Diamond press 1-2-1-1.
So it was 12-3. That 3 gets changed to a 2. Reviewed it during that last timeout, and then Samuels on the putback gives Long Beach State their 3rd and 4th points.
Trying to clear it out for David Samuels. Get the ball to him and everybody clear out so he can go one-on-one.
Davis with the swat. And Will Davis, the second, one of the best shot blockers in school history.
And Irvine looks like they came out for blood. I mean, they wanted some revenge so far. They're getting it. Obviously still a long way to go, but I like the way they're playing so far. They've really responded.
Dimakopoulos down low. Backing down McKnight. Dimakopoulos gets the left hand.
He likes to do that move inside the post. I mean, he's a guy, his dad played for the Greek national team. He played for the 16 and 1800 teams as well.
7'2". One of 2 players over 7 feet tall for UCI as Samuels scores the other way.
Samuels' right-handed hook shot is virtually unstoppable in the post. In this second half of season, I know the coaches have been telling him, look for that right-handed hook shot because you are so good at it. It's very accurate under pressure.
Caffey gets into it with the official, bumped him accidentally. Last touched by Caffey, and it's UC Irvine basketball. This is an unfortunate break for the Beach.
That's just unfortunate. I mean, the referee, if he's in the play, it still counts. If it goes out of bounds, off the referee's legs, but last touch Caffey on the floor, that's Irvine basketball.
Fans don't like it, but that's the right call. So Dunning now will inbound, finds Martin. Aaron Martin, a sophomore. He started some games from Luke Nelson earlier in the year as Nelson hits the 3.
How about him? Such a playmaker. Hasn't shot the ball as well as he did last year, but he's gone through some injuries. He seems to be getting that stroke back here down the stretch.
UCI shot just 30% against Davis on Thursday, shooting 64% from the floor right now. That foul's against Martin, so that's the first on Martin. First team foul. Now Lamb will inbound. A couple of substitutions coming in for UCI. Best comes in as well as Wright returns.
And such a good student section, such a good crowd for this game. Didn't expect this start. If I know Long Beach, though, they don't ever seem to give up and seem to come back late in games.
No look pass down low, trying to find the freshman Yusuf. Yusuf battling underneath to Samuels. What a play, Timoteo Yusuf. A perfect pass to Samuels, who scores.
Perfect up and under move, too. That's a big-time play. That's a pro move.
Demakopoulos for three. Well off. Loose ball foul goes against Best. So that's his first, team second.
Irvine foul on 33, Mike Best, his first free.
I'm not sure Coach Turner's happy with that three-point shot. He was 2 of 12 on the season before that. That's what you call a shooting turnover. However, at the same time, if your player has confidence in making that shot, now, of course, they see him in practice every day. You might want to give him that look, but obviously Coach Turner has told him not to take that shot anymore.
Beach find Caffey. Caffey gets a pick from Yusuf. Looks like a foul against the freshman Yusuf on the screen.
Here's the possession. Here comes the screen. Tries to go over the ball screen. Caffey extended his arm, and that's where I believe they're calling the foul. And they're running a lot of plays through Caffey. They put him on the baseline, and they have 3 guys screening him from different directions.
And if that referee looks familiar to you, that's because you were watching him quite a bit last Sunday. That's Bill Vinovich, the head referee of the Super Bowl. It's the head referee tonight. Long Beach basketball.
You just saw Jaron Martin miss that three-point shot. He's a 49% three-point shooter. I'm surprised he was as open as he was. That's what happens in transition, especially against pressing teams, though. But he is actually second in the conference in three-point percentage.
Caffey pulls up. That one missed right. So Irvine still up comfortably right now here in the first half. Martin, no-look pass down low to Best. Best has to get rid of it. Good ball movement by the Anteaters right now, Richie.
Yeah, I like it. I like how Martin looked inside. And I look how everybody's getting a piece of that basketball. A lot of pressure on the defense when you do that.
Taken away. Caffey goes right to the basket. High arcing floater, no.
3-on-2.
Now Dunning, up-tempo. A foul on the floor. Looks like it's against Bradford Jones. UC Irvine up by 9 right now. Nelson knocks down this three. Anteaters up. Gorgeous afternoon into the evening here in Long Beach, California. But right now, UC Irvine has a 9-point lead with 11:37 remaining in the first half. Brent Schwalm, Richie Schuler, Sanaz Tabasol here. It's the black and blue rivalry between Long Beach State and UCI. This season, Long Beach State has dominated so far, and really all time in basketball, the edge has gone to the beach, including earlier this year when Long Beach State won 88-82 at the Bren Center. Long Beach State, as an athletic department, has defeated UC Irvine's athletic department 3 years in a row, and the next event coming up will be March 6th when the women's tennis teams get together and compete, part of the black and blue rivalry between these two schools. It's a good time being had in the student section, but they're a little quiet right now, and maybe reason for that because their team's down 9.
They're not used to losing. This team is 8-0 at home, Long Beach, that is. They've won 6 in a row. Irvine had their own 6-game win streak snapped on Thursday, and now they've come out, like I said, for blood. Long Beach State 4 of 15 from the field, and when you have a team like UC Irvine who's so good off the basketball, they move so well, they contest shots, they get deflections. It's very hard to score against a team like that, especially when they have the length that they have.
Long Beach State has been a little slow starting. In a game last week, exactly a week ago against Hawaii, the Warriors got out to a 12-0 run to begin the game. Coach Munson took out all 5 starters and brought in his second unit. The Beach would go on to win that game in dominant fashion.
UC Irvine doing a tremendous job getting back on defense, and now they've gone back into a 2-3 zone, switched up their defense out of the timeout. Transition defense was great, and now they're in a zone. Looks like, actually, no, it looks like they
maybe back into a matchup. Gonna switch that zone and man-to-man mid-possession. That's impressive.
Yusuf underneath. And Ryan's going to be charged with a foul. So a freshman, Timothy Yusuf, will go to the line for a pair. That's the first on Ryan, team's third.
Irvine fouls on 25, John Ryan.
See the big fella, John Ryan, hands straight up in the air, trying to go for the block, and I think that's where the foul's called. The freshman will get 2 free throws.
Yusuf started some games for Long Beach State earlier in the year, but the last 6 weeks or so it has been David Samuels who has dominated the 4 spot for Long Beach State. Yusuf has had a decreased role in conference.
He's had that decreased role, but we keep talking about Dave Samuels. I mean, the way he's been playing. A lot of times freshmen, they're not used to the longer, more of a grind season than high school. They come in, they play well in the early part of the year, and they kind of run out of battery. That happens sometimes.
Ryan, the rebound on the missed free throw. Right. Suva pulls up and hits a rare 2 for Travis Souza.
Doesn't happen very often.
It's a nice move. Hammond's into the game now, looks for Yusuf down low. Backs down Ryan. Ryan the block. Hammonds keeps it alive for Long Beach State.
Irvine getting so many deflections and block shots in the paint. And Long Beach, they try to get the ball inside as much as they can, but they're getting blocked a lot down inside. It's hard to score against those big players.
Hammond's 3 in and out off of Aaron Wright, so it will stay Beach ball. Hammond's primarily a post player, but can shoot the ball. Shoots a 3 just under 50%. Caffey trapped in the corner, finds Yusuf. Yusuf! Finish isn't there, and then he has it taken away.
So many shots are being changed inside. Visiting team Irvine making their statement known inside the paint.
Davis, right hand, and he's in double figures with 10.
Now Davis is doing a very good job of getting baskets in the paint. That's 10 points for Will Davis II now. I mean, he's a guy that averages 11.5 a game. Known for his defense, but so far been his offense the last few games particularly.
Bradford Jones, way off. And then it's out of bounds off Hammonds trying to get the rebounds. Beach look a little flustered right now.
They do, and they're struggling to get any kind of rhythm. Appears that Long Beach players are a little intimidated getting inside the paint as you see Bradford Jones come off that screen. This is a nice looking shot. It's a good look, but off Hammonds on the rebound. So tough to score against guys with that length that move so well off the ball. A lot of big guys are just big, tall guys that don't move. These guys move defensively.
Nelson misses on the other side. Here's Mike Caffey. Caffey just 2 points so far. Beach just 9 points as a team. Hammonds gets all the way inside and is fouled. So now Travis Hammonds will get 2 free throws.
Great drive to the basket, and that little extra pump fake, I think, is what made the big difference. Like the drive right here. There he is. Now, gets this little pump in the air. That's what makes the difference. Gets the defender off the ground. Now it gets him 2 free throws.
That's the second foul on John Ryan.
Travis Hammonds shooting 2.
Now Hammonds will shoot 2. Hammonds on the year. 70% free throw shooter. Misses the first. David Samuels will return back into the game for Long Beach State. Dan Munson just trying to find out what combination can get going for the Beach.
He's got to stay resilient. Somebody's got to stop the bleeding for Long Beach because nobody's able to score. And you have to credit Irvine's defense on that, but I think Long Beach, if they do what they're good at, and that's playing with some speed and trying to pressure the ball, if they can force turnovers, they could climb right back in it.
I think right now we're seeing a case of Long Beach State coming out a little bit flat and UC Irvine coming out extremely motivated. Nelson misses the 3, rebound Samuels. Now here's North, another freshman, one of 4 contributing freshmen for Long Beach State. And North is blocked, goes out of bounds off of the freshman. Irvine ball.
Wow. He's blocked and the ball goes off him. It's a beautiful block shot. You see right here, he's out of bounds. It hits him.
That's a couple times tonight. Long Beach State has just been a little bit unlucky on 50-50 balls. Now here's Luke Nelson. Nelson, an outstanding sophomore, was the freshman of the year in the Big West last season. Goes off of Caffey, stays with the Anteaters. Right now, UCI shooting 52% from the field. Long Beach State has made just 20% of their shots.
It's just impressive defense by Irvine. Irvine's won 9 games this season. Actually, they're 9-0 and holding teams under 60.
Second 3 of the night, Luke Nelson. And he's got 6 points. Timeout called by Long Beach State. That's the second by Dan Munson here with 8:11 remaining in the first half. Trying to find any way to get his team motivated right now.
He's not used to this. I mean, this is a program that really wins. And all the marketing that Long Beach State has done, the fact that Irvine's coming off a loss, there's some serious motivation for Irvine coming into the pyramid.
Long Beach State touting this as a big game. There's the Big West Cares, some games, women's basketball events coming up. There they are in the various conferences in the Big West. Those are the Think Peak games coming to a campus near you. Big West Cares, hashtag Play for K.
A lot of good stuff going around for college basketball. You have all that in women's games and men's games. Autism Awareness Week. Hashtag Autism Hoops. See a lot of officials, or a lot of coaches rather, wearing on their lapels and wearing little autism puzzle pieces. Second annual year this year that they've done that. Autism affecting so many Americans as of late.
That's great to use an outlet like college basketball. You can see it on the lapels there, those blue pins. Here's Caffey. Caffey to the basket, some contact, gets his own rebound, and the putback.
That'll help the crowd get going a little bit. A little bit of hope.
Caffey now with 4 points. Deontay North loses his shoe on the play. Caffey knocks it out of bounds, but that dead ball will give the freshman a chance to put his sneakers back on. But right now, the Anteaters have the Beach doubled up. 24-12. Caffey trying to lead the charge and bring the Beach back. All right, Richie, let's play a little game. Here in Long Beach, California, UC Irvine up 24-12 right now. Take your pick on who is your Big West Player of the Year so far. Player A versus Player B. There's the points per game, their efficiency ratings, and win shares. So that's how many wins are credited simply to that player and what they've done. I can't figure out the algorithm, but that's just what it is. What do you like?
I mean, when you look at the numbers, you would expect it to be Player B. I mean, he has higher points per game, efficiency rating, win shares. It's got to be Player B.
Let's reveal who that is. That would be Corey Hawkins at UC Davis. And right now, this is a highly debated topic. Is it Caffey? Is it Hawkins for Player of the Year in the Big West?
Well, I think it's going to come down to this. Whose team has the more successful season? Who wins the conference championship? Which ones of those players continues playing well and producing down the stretch the way they are? And which one stays healthy?
Right now, identical records in conference play. UC Davis did defeat Long Beach State in an overtime game up at Davis. Souza looking to inbound. Hammonds knocks it into the expensive seats.
Well, look at this. 11 of 20 from the field for Irvine. 5 of 22 for Long Beach State.
Beach are getting chances.
Yeah, it's strange, though, too, because Irvine has 4 offensive boards. Long Beach State has 7. But only 4 points on second chance shots. Hard to score around the trees.
Tough shot for Will Davis the second, but no problem for the senior. He's got 12.
Man, he's been playing unbelievable. Such a positive spirit, but does all the dirty work around the paint. Not only is he scoring, he's number 6 all-time in career rebounds at UC
Irvine, and also number 1 in career block shots, really known for his defense. It's offense tonight.
Anteaters associate head coach Ali Tan told me before the game, this is when Davis breaks out. Well, he's been great. Hammonds gets the right hand.
He's a guy that has come along. He came to the team the second semester last year and played in January on, and he's doing it this year too. He's been playing all year, but been playing better from January on.
End of non-conference, in the beginning of Big West play, we didn't see much of Hammonds. He has really played well. Davis, another tough shot. This time he's fouled and will get 2 from the line. Hammonds charged. That's his first.
Look at the little move. Faces up, goes with his left. Slide dribble move to his right. A lot of post players do that, but they like to do it while they're getting inside the paint. He's doing it outside the paint and able to still put the shot up. He's been extending his range on that hook shot, and he's been shooting 74% from the foul line in conference season.
Will Davis already over his season average as Tyler Lamb comes in for Long Beach State. The player they need to get going. Lamb, Caffey, somebody in the backcourt needs to start hitting shots for Long Beach State.
They put a bullseye on Caffey's back. He has 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting.
Will Davis, 14 points. Not even at halftime.
What Irvine's doing here is they're running this 2-2-1 back into their 2-3 zone. That's so good. And they're just running that 2-2-1 just to kill some time. They're not looking to force a turnover with it. Just trying to kill some time. You have a 14-point lead. Shorten the possession for Long Beach. Oh, it's a great high-low pass and kick out.
Back out Caffey, 6 seconds on the shot clock. LaSalle in the corner, hits the 3.
Give up open three-pointers a lot of times when you play zone defense. Give LaSalle some credit, though, because he made that shot with a hand in his face.
LaSalle hit 5 the first time these two teams met this year. Demakopoulos underneath. Foul on the floor, so wave off the shot attempt. It's on the ground. Goes against Samuels.
Watch this inside-out defense. And then kick it out to Mike Caffey. Now this pass in the corner, wide open is LaSalle. That's a great-looking three-point shot. Now he did have a hand in his face, so Irvine is playing solid defense. When you get to let a guy get his feet set and his hands ready, good things are going to happen.
Best comes in to replace Will Davis II. That last foul is on Hammonds. That's his first. Late substitution. UC Irvine brings John Ryan into the game.
The crowd's booing him. I don't like John Ryan. Nice guy when I talked to him before the game.
Maybe booing how long it takes to get him in. Wright goes down low. Best inside.
I tell you what, they are really pumping the ball inside. They did not have this on Thursday. They are so productive around the basket so far in this game.
Night and day from 48 hours ago. Mike Caffey. There's Hammonds looking for Samuels. Samuels can't finish.
Too hard off the glass. A little bit too much hang time, but those are shots you have to make, especially in the situation they're in right now.
There's Aaron Wright.
This guy here, Nelson, such a phenomenal playmaker. Look at all the attention he gets when he has the ball in his hands.
Caffey guarding him from like 32 feet away. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Wright. Right side. No.
Doesn't give up, though.
And hustling to get the ball back. Does get charged for the foul, but credit him for that extra hustle.
Irvine fouls on 32, Aaron Wright. That's his first.
Well, I like this right here. Doesn't give up on the play. Still continue to pursue it. And then called for a foul on the loose ball. That's a tough call.
It's his first personal. That's the 5th against UCI.
But it's a foul as a coach. If you're Coach Turner, you can live with. Because your player who missed a shot is continuing to hustle, trying to win the 50-50 battle.
Anteaters by 13. Mike Caffey off the corner, loses it. As the pass goes to Lamb. Lamb looking for, that's McKnight down low. And it will stay Long Beach basketball.
They dodged a bullet there. I thought that was off Tyler Lamb. Fortunately for Long Beach, it went off one of the hands of the Irvine players. Bit of a sloppy play. You see him driving the basket. He goes into traffic and loses the ball. Jaron Martin might have got a hand on him.
Caffey with some space. Hits the shot.
For as quiet as this game has been for Long Beach, they're only down 11.
Jaron Martin.
The way Luke Nelson moves around just like Caffey does.
Caffey gets it to go off Luke Nelson, who's furious. It will be Long Beach State basketball when we come back. Caffey, 6 points. Beachlow trail 11.
It's right there.
Some key games. A good one right now, though it has been dominated by the Anteaters. UCI 1 game back of Long Beach State in the Big West standings. Trying to repeat as the Big West champions. They won the conference in the regular season a year ago.
You know, it's funny, the Big West standings 3-way tie just a couple days ago. UC Davis goes to Seesaw and loses today, and let's suppose Irvine beats Long Beach. We're back at a 3-way tie all over again.
Mike Caffey, the floater's long.
I see a lot of shots being thrown too hard around the rim. Trying to get over that length, trying not to get their shots blocked.
Right, left alone in the corner, well short.
That's what they'll do. They'll get offensive rebounds, and they'll continue working the ball around the perimeter, trying to pump it inside and looking for great shots.
Now UCI will bring it back out and set up the offense. Martin calling for a screen from Ryan, doesn't take it. Has a mismatch, McKnight's on him. Shot is well off. Rebound, Long Beach State.
I don't think that's a shot Coach Turner wanted either, and you dribble the ball for 10 seconds. And then take an NBA three-pointer, fairly contested with still 10, 12 seconds on the shot clock. I don't think that's what he wanted.
McKnight at 6'9", a huge size advantage. 6'3", right. Meanwhile, there's McKnight on the offensive side for his 4th point.
Coach Munson subbed him in for David Samuels, who was struggling to score around the basket, trying to get a spark inside the paint.
Long Beach State has it back within single digits. Done it. Lamb aggressively fronting John Ryan and gets charged with the foul. So that's his first.
Desperate to get some sort of steal and try to take it the other end. Long Beach State is a team that really forces turnovers. They do a really good job of getting easy baskets on the other end. How many have they had tonight with that? I don't know if they've had any.
Long Beach State as a team has struggled really inside of 10 feet.
Irvine ball out of bounds.
Right. I mean, every team does. UC Irvine's a team that makes you shoot over them. You really have to be physical when you try to attack the inside.
Best off the back of the rim. UC Irvine just 1 field goal in the last 5 minutes. The Beach currently on a 7-2 run. And then LaSalle makes it 10-2.
Zero hesitation. Caffey to LaSalle in the wing. He knew before the pass was even given to him, he was going to take that 3-point shot.
And now just a 2-possession game. Life back in the pyramid. Nelson guarded tightly by Caffey. There's Wright in the corner, gets all the way to the hoop for Davis, who takes some contact and earns himself a couple free throws.
Well, Wright set that up again. He did it again. He got inside the paint, attracted the defense, dumped it down to Will Davis II. Davis II made the great move by pump faking, getting his defender in the air, and again, 2 free throws.
First on Jack Williams, 6th on Long Beach State. Will Davis, now with 15 points tonight, has carried the Anteaters. And a senior that has really come on of late.
Long Beach State has to expect, if this free throw goes in, to face the zone press. It goes back into the 2-3 zone. It's one way Irvine mixes up their defenses.
Sometimes in situations like this, though, now it's a dead ball. They'll just stay in man-to-man.
Caffey bringing the ball up. That's Lamb right side. Lamb guarded by Nelson, and Nelson not, well, we'll see. That may be a foul away from the basketball.
Yeah, I think it's on Souza.
Vinovich going to call it on Souza.
Yeah, Caffey was trying to set a screen on him, and Souza trying to get through the screen, just kind of barreled over him.
So that's the first 2 whistles that seem like at the same time.
Be on the left side of your screen. We're not going to be able to show it there as you see Tyler Lamb trying to drive baseline.
Deflected by Nelson. Poked out of bounds. Long Beach State will keep it. 90 seconds left in the first half.
Beach gets a couple baskets. They make this a 4 or 5 point game going into the halftime. Would be a certain victory for them after the start they've had.
A dangerous collision as Wright and Caffey both go down hard. Wright appears to be in some pain. And that was a thump right in front of us.
Be interesting to see what they call here. Right there.
And that's some contact as the 2 of them go up trying to get the ball.
Saw Caffey in the air trying to regain his balance. Didn't want Wright to get hurt. Kind of held on to him. But they both fell to the ground. That's a pretty hard fall.
So Wright gets charged with a foul.
Look at that. Right there in the air. You see his hand right there around his body.
Well, Caffey will go to the free throw line. Long Beach State 1-1 here. Irvine in the bonus. Misses the front end.
Missed the front end of a one-on-one. That's tough at this point in time.
Martin, that's a screen from Davis. Pick and pop finds Souza open right side. No. Davis trying to keep it alive. It'll be Long Beach basketball, but UC Irvine is all about hustle possessions.
They are. Actually, both these teams are. Both these teams are really good about getting on the floor and getting dirty. They don't play soft. I mean, both these teams are hard-nosed teams. It's just Irvine has that extra length that gives them a little bit of an advantage on those 50-50 balls and those hustle plays.
Good defense by Souza not to give Michaela Sal any kind of room. Goes out of bounds off Souza. So Long Beach State ball. Tyler Lamb will inbound. Looking for Caffey and finds it.
Long Beach State can get a shot off. About that 40-second marker or earlier, they'll get another opportunity to score before halftime.
McKnight's 2. No thanks. Offensive rebound, Long Beach State. Caffey now. Right side. Michaela Sal falls back. Can't convert. And it will stay Beach ball.
Coach Turner not happy with the call. He was along that baseline. He thought for sure it was going to Irvine. Good look by LaSalle. That was off Luke Nelson.
Luke Nelson just got his hand in there as he and Jack Williams are going for it. Caffey, good move up top. Can't make the layup.
It's 3 offensive rebounds on this possession for Long Beach.
Now Tyler Lamb. Shooter's touch. That's what we'll call it, right?
Yeah. If there was a way you could teach, just spin the ball just right in case it hits the rim and rolls in. And Tyler Lamb just certainly made that happen.
His first bucket. 5 seconds. Martin's got to put it up. And does! Jaron Martin, the floater inside for his first bucket. Stop some of the Long Beach State momentum.
Mark my words, these two teams are going to come out of the half with a lot of adjustments. When they come out, this is going to be a war for 20 straight minutes. This rivalry is too good.
The referee is reviewing it now, but it looked like he did get it off. Long Beach State has trailed at half 5 times in conference play. They've won 4 of them. Sanaz Tavasol is with UCI's head coach, Russell Turner.
Coach Turner, you guys have done a really good job holding the Beach to a low shooting percentage here tonight. They came out to a really slow start shooting because of that. So tell me, going into the next half, what adjustments you're going to make?
I don't think we need to make many adjustments to the way we've defended. I think we've got to stop their three-point shooters. That's what Long Beach did well. So that was the only part of our defensive game plan I wasn't happy with. But we played a good half. We know that's only a half, and there's a long way to go in this game.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Oz. How about Russell Turner encouraging some extra noise from the fans, letting them hear it going into the locker room? But UCI a 7-point lead here at the half, 34-27. Big West basketball on ESPN. UC Irvine leading Long Beach State 34-27. Trent Schlom, Richie Schuler, Sanaz Cavasol with you as we get ready to go to begin the second half. Richie, UC Irvine never trailed. Sanaz Cavasol standing by with Coach.
Coach, Irvine has definitely made their presence here in the paint tonight, and it's definitely always tough to shoot around their height. What small adjustments can you make going into this next half?
Well, we have to play for others a little bit. We're getting in the paint, but if you don't have an angle against that size, you got to make one more pass, and we got to be stronger. And they just been more the aggressor on both ends of the court. They're dictating our shots, and they're getting whatever they want on the offensive end.
Long Beach is known to be a team that forces turnovers. Not so likely here tonight. Defensively, what changes up?
Because their pace is better than ours. We're a step behind on everything. We're reacting to them instead of them reacting to our defense.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sanaz. There is a Dan Munson, a great coach with, I'm sure, some words for his team at halftime. And Richie, they did not come out ready to play.
No, I like how Coach Munson always keeps his team accountable. If his team isn't doing things the way they're supposed to be doing it, he tells them, and he's not afraid to tell the media in interviews either.
Yeah.
And I like the way he does that. It keeps them on their toes, it keeps them sharp, and that's why he's a winner.
It is interesting to see how Long Beach State started this game. Really a surprise, I think, to the Long Beach State coaching staff. When we were talking to them in shoot-around earlier this morning, Richie, they were saying how focused they were ready to go, and that's something that isn't always the case, but it was the case today, and they struggled in the first half up until the last 5-6 minutes.
Well, game plans are great, and coaches spend a lot of hours watching film, breaking it down, trying to find the best way to attack teams. The players have to execute. And Coach Munson says, my team is not executing. And sometimes, even when you have a great attack, usually after the first few minutes of the game, you just throw that in the trash can, that game plan, because you have to make adjustments.
Irvine Baldwin alternating possession.
Long Beach State 4-1 in 5 games that they've trailed at halftime in conference play. The one loss was an overtime up at Davis. There's Nelson cutting to the basket. McKnight picks up the foul. So that's McKnight's first, and just like that, Nelson will go to the line for 2 free throws. Good passing.
It's the same attack for Irvine. Let's attack, let's get inside the paint. I think that coach probably watched the film with him and said, look, we did not get the ball in the paint enough last game. We have to do a better job of this. And sure enough, they have. They've really attacked the paint. They've got to the foul line some. They've got some really good second chance points as well.
So here's Luke Nelson on the free throw attempt. Hits the second of 2. The reason the fans may be a little extra excited there, if the opposition in a game at Long Beach State misses 2 free throws consecutively, the entire student section gets free hamburgers.
Oh, man, I want to be back in college. I'd be in that student section getting some burgers.
I'm sure they feed you okay here, Richie.
They do, they do.
Out of bounds, Long Beach State will keep it. Ball inbounded to McKnight. McKnight finds Samuels up top. Samuels looked like he thought about the shot.
He doesn't know where to go with it. Nobody's getting open.
Long Beach State a little stagnant here on this possession. There's a foul up top. That's against Luke Nelson. So that's his first. Team's
Irvine fouls on number 10, Luke Nelson. His first team foul.
You see Tyler Lamb refuse the ball screen and then try to get into the paint. And a touch foul by Luke Nelson, but a foul nonetheless.
Looking for Caffey. Caffey 6 points in the first half. Michaela Sal fires.
He does not hesitate. If he has an open look, he knows he's going to take it before he even receives the ball.
2 shooters guarding each other in Souza and LaSalle. Taken away right, and Souza collide. Souza a little slow to get up, but he looks okay.
It's 2 good defensive possessions. McKnight on the steal, and then on the other end, the deflection. Told you both these teams are scrappy. They both get their hands on a lot of basketballs.
It's like two outfielders in a baseball game not communicating. There's Wright for three off the front of the iron. Samuels goes down. Wright picks it back up. Here's Nelson open for a three. And that's missed. How about UC Irvine? Another offensive rebound, getting their third possession here.
I know. If you continue rebounding like that, you have a great chance to win the basketball game. But that is Long Beach State's weakness. They know it. They emphasize it, they work on it on a regular basis. But that is Irvine's strength.
Davis, 16 first half points. Can't get that one to fall. Goes out of bounds off the sack. It will stay Irvine basketball.
See the shot by Davis, but nobody blocking out John Ryan. Have to get a body on him. He is a big, strong guy. Look, here he is. Shot goes up. Who's guarding Ryan? Nobody's on him. Easy tipping. That could have been 2 points.
Now Nelson, guarded by Caffey. Senior guarding the sophomore. John Ryan trying to feed Davis inside. Right in the corner, passed up the shot. Back to Davis, down low, count it! And Will Davis, the second, will have a chance to try to make this a three-point play.
Davis gets the credit for finishing the play. But the guard, Wright, to be able to get to the basket. Here he is right here. And all this space right into the paint. Nobody stops him. Big man has to come up McKnight, and that leaves Davis the second wide open under the basket. He's got to make a big play.
That's McKnight's second. And now Will Davis the second will try to get the and one. 18 points already this evening. Yusuf into the game for McKnight. Davis missed the free throw, but John Ryan on the offensive glass, but he gives it away. Caffey, pull up for three, well off. And now Irvine will take over.
We're right behind Caffey when he takes that shot, and it's a good look, especially for Caffey, but when you shoot and you follow through, the last finger that basketball should touch is your pointing finger, your forefinger. It looks like it's coming off not just his middle finger, but his ring finger and maybe his pinky. That affects the outcome of your shot drastically.
Wright decides not to take the three, instead is blocked by Samuels down low. LaSalle this time doesn't shoot, instead goes to Yusuf, who draws a triple team underneath. And Nelson's going to be charged with a foul. So that's the second on Luke Nelson.
They're just swarming him. 1, 2, 3 guys around him. Boom, boom, boom. Everybody around him. Not giving him any break.
Now Lamb will inbound. Looking for Caffey. About 4 seconds to get that one in, but did in time. Samuels with it. Tyler Lamb, a senior. Lamb on the crossover. Pulls up and hits his second three of the night.
That's good for him. He's really been slumping all season long. Only a 28% three-point shooter. Really known to be a great penetrator and scorer, super athlete. But has been coming on as of late in conference season.
John Ryan up top. Nelson now. Right side, Souza, head fake. The three, no.
A good look. Nice pass by Nelson. Souza with a great head fake.
Samuels has been quiet so far, has it in the post. Samuels backing down Davis the second. Right hand contact, and he'll get 2 shots.
You see that slide dribble I keep talking about? Man, a lot of these teams like to do it. They take a couple dribbles with their outside hand into the paint and flip over to their other hand and take a little hook shot. And he was a little bit out of control there, but you see why. He got fouled. Slide dribble, and then boom, turn around. Now go over your left shoulder. Big time play.
That's the first foul on Will Davis the second. Now Samuels. 58% free throw shooter. First one's good. And now with 5 points in the game, Jaron Martin comes in as Wright goes to the bench. Martin and Wright filling the void of the injured Alex Young, who got hurt midway through the first half against UC Davis on Thursday. Samuels hits 2.
This young man with the ball, Martin, he played a big role when Luke Nelson was hurt all that time. Last 7 games, he's 13 of 22 from behind the arc. Big part of the reason that this team is top 10 in the nation in three-point percentage.
Martin on the screen from Ryan. Down low into Davis. Martin, quick pass, Nelson 3. It's missed.
Big time rebound by Tyler Lamb. Strong rebound.
That's his 4th rebound tonight. Yusuf, underneath, too strong.
Long Beach going too strong off the backboard quite a bit. Nice pass up the floor.
Looking for Ryan, who has to give it up. Good transition D by the Beach to get there and stop what would be the easy bucket.
Timeout on the
Tyler Lamb hits this 3. The Beach trying to inch their way back. They're down 5. Beach Brothers Night here in Long Beach, California. Irvine up by 5, 15-13 left here in the contest. This is the piece that went viral earlier this week of the Beach Brothers. Let's take a look at this. How about the Mario Brothers music underneath? The sound effects, I love this. How do you do it? Myron Metcalf said you could watch this like 5 times minimum. This is beautiful. This is definitely a throwback. Another one good, Hammonds. This is too much fun. Popping out from underneath. Come on now. It's beautiful. I know they were talking about wanting to use maybe some of the sound effects in game. They decided not to. That would have been fun. But Long Beach State right now on Mario Brothers Night trying to not get killed here.
They need to bring out the sound effects. Go in the tunnel. Get the flower. Get big. All those sound effects from Super Mario Brothers. My favorite video game as a kid.
In a basketball season, you only get so many lives. I know in Mario, you just turn off the console, turn right back on, and pick up where you left off.
My favorite part's when you go through the pipe and you're in the water swimming with the fish. But right now, Long Beach State shooting a hair under 32% from the field. That's not going to get it done. UC Irvine doing a tremendous job on defense. UC Irvine really struggling to hit the three-pointer, but getting all those points in the paint, 18 right now, and 8 off second chances.
You a video gamer, Richie?
Used to be. I don't play them anymore because I used to get addicted.
Gotta be careful. Martin. Foul away from the basketball. To hold underneath. It's on Yusuf. So that's the second on Yusuf. 3rd against Long Beach State.
It's Irvine ball out of bounds.
Off the ball foul. I just see a little tangle inside the post.
Demakopoulos draws it.
This matchup, I think this matchup really favors Irvine. You have LaSalle guarding the ball on Martin, who's so good about getting to the basket now. Martin gets off great three-point shots, and LaSalle's length can help take that away. Martin's so quick off the dribble, hard to keep him in front.
Demakopoulos underneath, right hand, no. Rebound Samuels. You can see the hustle of Samuels, and he was aggressively fronting Will Davis on that last defensive possession.
One of these teams have really gotten an edge here in the second half. 7-8 point game in the halftime, now a 5-point game. Long Beach State seems to have a little bit of momentum going to that last timeout.
There's Lamb. Picks up his dribble, 7 seconds on the shot clock. LaSalle to Samuels. 3 seconds on the shot clock now. LaSalle from inside the free throw line off the back of the rim. Need to be a 3.
Three-pointer. Certainly, an open three-pointer certainly could help.
Martin, he hits the 3 on the other side.
3-point basket by Darren Martin.
Second best three-point shooter in the conference.
5 points now for Martin. Lamb and Young get tangled up. Samuels now gets caught underneath the basket. Back out to Lamb. Back into Samuels. Looking for Yusuf, ends up in the hands of LaSalle, who finds Lamb for 3. No, rebound Samuels. Samuels goes right back up with it and scores.
You see what Coach Munson has done, putting in Long Beach State's both big men, playing Yusuf and Samuels together. don't see them playing together as often anymore. So two strong bodies to play inside the paint.
Martin on the putback, no.
Gotta get this guy going. Gotta get Mike Caffey rolling.
Lamb, yes!
You see that shot? High arc. It was gonna hit the top of the pyramid.
9 points for Tyler Lamb.
You better believe Irvine's gonna respond though. Look for them to get Nelson here involved. Will Davis II, who provides such a scoring punch in the first half.
Irvine up by just a possession. Dimakopoulos loses it, but it will stay Irvine ball.
Dimakopoulos, 255 pounds, going up against the much smaller Yusuf at 260 pounds. Usually Dimakopoulos can kind of bully you over and find his way to the basket, but Yusuf, that big upper body, strong frame, very difficult to get anywhere against him. He wasn't having it.
UCI trying to inbound. That foul goes against Long Beach State and Travis Hammond, so that's his second. Long Beach State has never led in this game. Right now, this is the closest since it was 4-2.
14 fouls on the 49ers. Irvine ball out of bounds.
I like these games. Not a whole lot of zone defense. Man-to-man. That's why they call it black and blue. This is a physical game.
Davis cutting down low on a double dribble. That's a turnover.
Double dribble.
Leaves the door open for Long Beach State, and UC Irvine not playing with the same rhythm that they had in the first half.
David Samuels back in for the Beach, replacing Temadayo Yusuf. John Ryan returns for Irvine.
With a carry.
He replaces Giannis Dimakopoulos.
Long Beach State will sub in Justin Bibbins, freshman point guard from Carson, California. Local
Mike
product.
Is in, replacing Will
Small
Davis.
guy, 5'8", 150 pounds, and it's a very tough role in the team. Comes in for just very, very short spurts to give Mike Caffey a blow. He usually does it right about this time as the officials' timeout will take place the next dead ball, so it gives a little more time for Caffey to relax.
Lamb, no. Irvine takes it. Now the Anteaters will try to push. There's Dunning. Back out to right. Right side to Martin. And back out right, and now Dunning will hold. The last 12 minutes have actually been controlled by Long Beach State. They're on a 20-10 run over that time span. 8 seconds on the shot clock. The three by Martin just grazes the rim.
A wild three-point shot. A couple shots by Martin I think they wish they could have back.
Samuels underneath. He's fouled and will go to the line for two. Long Beach State has it within a possession. Big thanks to Tyler Lamb, who's got 9 points. 40-37 Irvine. We are back. There is Samuels going up, and he has drawn the foul. So he will go to the line for two. 40-37. 11:15 remaining here in the contest. And Long Beach State will get 2 free throws to try to make this a 1-point game, and a game in which UC Irvine has never trailed. And Russell Turner explaining the importance of these next couple minutes right now.
He is, because he sees Long Beach State pushing the ball up the floor the way they just did. They're starting to play their tempo. Coach Munson talked about it out of the locker room going into the second half. He got the defensive rebound. You saw it a moment ago. They pushed the ball up the floor. That's the pace they want to play. And I think Coach Turner is preparing his team to play better transition defense and realize, hey, the train is coming. We have to stop it.
UC Irvine just 1 of 6 from the field in the second half. Excuse me, 1 of 6 from 3. 2 of 13 from the field.
Wow, I mean, it's just the second half alone on Long Beach State's shooting 30%. That's not good, but Irvine, 2 of 13, 15%. They're really struggling here in the second half.
Sanaz Tavasol standing by with an update.
Thanks, Trent. Now, David Samuels has been a huge impact here tonight, and he has had an outstanding start to Big West play. The senior set a career high with 22 points against Cal State Fullerton, one game after making a career high of 16 rebounds. In 8 games, Samuels had a trio of double-doubles and has reached double figures in rebounding 5 times, guys. Back to you.
Thanks to Nas Tyler Lamb on the rebound, and Long Beach State has this game tied for the first time since it was 0-0. Russell Turner upsets. Timeout on the floor. Long Beach State will try to take their first lead of the night when we come back. 11-13 left.
Coach Russell Turner thought this was a lane violation, I believe, on Travis Hammonds when Tyler Lamb got the offensive rebound and putback. He has a chance for a 3-point play.
And a chance to give Long Beach State their first lead of the night. How about the Big West Tournament coming to Honda Center March 12th to the 14th? Women's tournament, the first and second round is going to be at Titan Gym in Fullerton, March 10th and 11th. Tickets available at Big West box offices. For more information, go to bigwesttournament.com. So there is Dan Munson right now, and Long Beach State has been motivated in the second half. And now a chance for their first lead of this game. Russell Turner sits back down, trying to calm himself down a little bit. He was pretty upset with that last call.
He was upset. He's getting harassed by the student section as they chant his name, and then his team is struggling to perform here in the second half. Just not the same rhythm, momentum they had. Give credit to Long Beach State, though, because they've helped turn the tables with their defense and efficiency on the offensive end.
And they're the first lead of the night for Long Beach State.
Irvine's going to respond. They're going to look to go probably big inside. I would expect John Ryan to get some touches. The lineup they have in right now is not a lot of big-time scores. Ryan being one of the only ones that scores consistently most of the time.
Goes between the legs of Ryan and big hustle on the floor. That was Travis Hammonds diving for it, but he may have traveled in the process.
Excuse me on my last comment. Jaron Martin doing a great job of scoring this season as well. Very balanced attack, but now 3 new players in the game.
Looked like he was out of bounds anyways. So they'll bring the mop out to clean up some of the sweat here on the sideline. UC Irvine will inbound. Trailing for the first time.
Little does the mop girl know that she is standing by a legendary referee in national television. Bill Benovich.
What a great story, too. Almost wasn't officiating at all. Almost couldn't. Now he's back doing a great job. John Ryan fouled from behind on that last effort. Hammonds hit with the foul call.
I like how they're dumping the ball down inside to Ryan. I like that. It's great post position. Has Hammonds guarding him. Hammonds played a lot of the 3 last year, but now playing a lot of the 4-man spot, especially defensively.
And that now the 3rd foul on Hammonds. Ryan's free throws off the back of the rim. Now the students get extra loud. They're wanting some hamburgers.
So 2 missed free throws in a row is hamburgers, huh?
Correct.
I'd hate to shoot against the student section.
They'll celebrate like they won a national title. Ryan shuts him up with the free throw.
They're going to have to wait. And I stand corrected. UC Irvine has a very scoring, balanced attack. And with that last lineup, though, I thought for sure they'd go into John Ryan or get the ball in the hands of Jaron Martin.
Lamb the floater. No. Kept up. Ends up in the hands of Nelson. No look for Souza. Souza all the way to the hoop and score.
That's a great finish by Souza, but a wonderful cross-court pass by Luke Nelson.
Lamb on the other side, spots up. Can't hit the J.
I don't know how you leave that guy open. Already knocked down a couple tonight.
But missed that one. And that would have been a big momentum for him.
10 minutes to play. This is going to be a dogfight.
They call it black and blue for a reason. Goes between the legs of Lamb. Nelson in the corner, left short.
Nelson gets that shot off quicker than a lot of players in college basketball. Is able to get a lot of great looks because of it.
Samuels. Now Hammonds.
Get that ball moving. Too easy to guard if you don't get some more ball reversals.
Hammonds launches the tray. No.
That's just an easy possession for Irvine to guard. No ball reversals. Threw it inside out one time and took a long three.
That's Davis, who has just one bucket so far in the second half, make it 2. Now he's got 20 points.
Basket by Will Davis.
Both these teams so good. When one team makes a run, the other team responds. Teeter-totter.
Caffey draws the double, finds Hammonds. Samuels flashing. Hammonds keeps it himself. Trying to get the up and under. Not happening.
Irvine's going to slow it down and look for the best shooting opportunity. Not
Nelson.
sure that was it. I don't think that was it. There's been like 3 3-point shots by Irvine tonight that I think were a little too quick.
We saw a few minutes of really high-intensity basketball in the last 4 or 5 possessions. Each of these teams really taking unnecessary threes early in the shot clock.
You have a guy like Luke Nelson who actually comes out. Martin's going to replace him, but a guy like Luke Nelson, sometimes you give him a little bit extra rope because they're capable of knocking down those shots. You see that with Long Beach's Caffey. Now, we're not in practice every day. We don't see what they do, so I'm not sure what's a great shot for each player and what is not. It just looked like from the eyeball test, it wasn't a great-looking look.
Jones guarding tightly. Irvine back with a 2-possession lead. Jones diving for it. Possession belongs to the Beach.
Coach Turner in the ear of the official. I mean, he feels like a lot of calls have gone against him that weren't accurate. The official said it went off the leg, I believe, of the Irvine player.
So the Beach will inbound. We're now under 8 minutes to play in the contest. Deontay North, freshman up top. He has it stolen away by Morton. Jaron Morton trying to go coast to coast. No. Jones, the big rebound.
A strong rebound. Love the way Branford Jones rebounds. Really has helped in the rebounding category after the knee injury and out for the season. A.J. Spencer has really helped out along the wing and getting some of those rebounds and having that tough presence, although undersized around the basket.
Ball goes down low to Samuels. Samuels up against Davis. Goes up and scores.
And Long Beach State's done a really good job of getting some little pump fakes, getting defenders in the air. I mean, Irvine is such a good blocking team. They love to block shots. Anytime you have a team you're going up against a team that likes to block shots, shot fake. Not the first time, do it 2 times. That'll get them in the air. You can often get a good look or get fouled.
Samuels now at 11 points, 7 boards. Dunning back out to right. Inside Davis. Davis guarded by Samuels, looking for Souza. Under 10 seconds in the shot clock. Martin directing traffic. Finds a lane to the basket, takes it, and is fouled on his trip up. So Jaron Martin will take 2 free throws when we return. UC Irvine a 2-point lead on Long Beach State in the Pyramid. Long Beach State trailed at 1 point by 14 points in this game. Right now down just by 2. Let's take a look at this comeback. There's the 3, no rebound. Samuels, he's had a big night, 11.7 boards. He gets that put back to go. And then the 3-point shooting. Tyler Lamb hits a couple of these. Lamb has 12 points. He's had a great second half. All 12 of those coming in the second half, including that and one right there. And then again, more Samuels inside. And to think Long Beach State right now doing this with Mike Caffey actually having a bit of a quiet night has to be encouraging for the Beach.
It is encouraging for them, but the problem is they're shooting 29% here in the second half, 32% overall. Irvine, though, I mean, they're barely making 1 out of 5 shots at 22% here in the second half. Here's what's really impressive, though. Irvine is doing this without their absolute difference maker in Mamadou Ndiaye at 7'6". We haven't seen him but for 7 games this year due to injuries. They're also doing it without their starting point guard, Alex Young, and he really makes them go on both ends. Credit to Irvine's bench, particularly for Aaron Wright to fill in his shoes in making this a very competitive game.
Jaron Martin now with 6 points on the foul that sent him to the line. That was the 4th personal on Hammond, so he's on the bench right now with 4 fouls. Both those free throws good by Martin, now with 7. Irvine a 4-point lead. Each of these teams protecting the basketball pretty well so far.
See what you're seeing here now is a box and one. It's really a diamond in one. And they're putting Martin on Caffey, not letting him touch the ball.
Jones, no. Big rebound by John Ryan.
Irvine ran some of that box and one quite a bit the first time they played, but left a lot of three-point shooters open. They elect to go for it here for a possession in the second half.
Ryan now with 10 rebounds tonight's contest. Nelson trying to extend the lead. Goes off the leg of Caffey. Will stay Irvine basketball with 12 seconds on the shot clock.
As dynamic a player as Luke Nelson is, he does oftentimes get caught up doing jump passes where he jumps up in the air, then he's forced to make a decision. Now, to his credit, he makes a lot of good passes out of it, but he also throws some turnovers from it too. That time he got lucky. It went off the foot of one of the Long Beach players.
6 seconds. Dunning to the basket. Doesn't fall. Samuels on the board. Mike Caffey trying to find any kind of space. Left that one short. Jank rebounds, gets it on the offensive glass. Trying to get it to Samuels. Diving for it. 6 different players end up on the ground. Jump ball, possession arrow belongs to the Beach.
What I love about it, 6'10", John Ryan's the first one diving on the floor. That's hustle. That's a guy who wants it. You'll see big guys like that get dirty the way they do. When they do, the mop guys and girls are out there for quite a long time. That's a lot of mass putting their sweat all over the floor.
These teams want it. You can tell. It's a rivalry game. You can feel that atmosphere inside the pyramid right now.
John Ryan.
Long Beach State at one point trailed by 14. Now can try to make it a one-possession game. They did have a lead in the second half briefly.
They're back to the box and one. Trying to make Long Beach State think. Slow them down offensively.
Missed shot off Long Beach State on the rebound attempt. Irvine ball.
So it makes you wonder, are they going to stay in this defense, Irvine, box and one, or are they going to try to mix it up a little bit? Last 2 possessions, they've been successful being in it.
UC Irvine 42-0 when they've held opponents to under 60 points, dating back to December of 2011 at Wyoming.
That's a stamp Russell Turner's put on the program. Martin dodged a bullet there. He mishandled the pass. Fortunately for Irvine, it wasn't taken away off the hands of one of the Beach players.
Souza to inbound. Finds Dunning. And that 42-game streak may be in some jeopardy tonight. But right now, up by 4. Souza. And a huge 3 by Travis Souza. 7 points for Souza and a 7-point lead for the Anteaters.
Laser shot.
And you can hear a pin drop in the pyramid right now. Jones down low, gets hit hard by Davis.
You see Will Davis II caught up in the air again, trying to block a shot. Shot fakes really work against Irvine. They like to get off the ground. They like to contest shots. You see him jumping up in the air. Oh, that's a great move, Branford Jones. Headsy play.
Second foul on Davis II. Jones at the line has yet to score. Misses the front end, too.
Long Beach State has to get Mike Caffey involved more. 6 points, 3 of 11 shooting, so it's not like he's not getting shots. He's just not converting them.
And all of those 6 have come in the first half.
McKay LaSalle returns for the Beach, replacing Branford Jones.
I think after a while, through the course of a season, to be the primary scorer on your team, it's got to be a grind. It's got to be difficult on you psychologically, mentally, emotionally. You got to expect a lesser gain here and there.
Long lead pass to Martin, who takes it himself to the basket. Davis on the glass is fouled on his trip up, and he will go to the line for 2.
Jack Williams is confused. He still has his hands in the air. I have the verticality. My hands are straight up in the air. What's wrong? What'd I do?
Long Beach fouls on 35, Jack
And now
Williams.
Davis will go to the line.
17 fouls on the 49ers.
The second on Jack Williams. Team 7.
He got caught in a 2-on-1. And Will Davis got the rebound. Now, Jack Williams' hands weren't straight up in the air, had a slight angle to him.
The Beach have only scored 4 points in the last 7 minutes. And that free throw puts Will Davis at 21 points. That ties the season high when he had 21 against Fullerton last month.
Big-time player. I call him a pogo stick. His ability to defend and block shots. You haven't seen his potent defense tonight because he's been really putting a lot of his energies on the offensive end. As far as blocking shots, you haven't seen a lot of those tonight, particularly from him, but he can block. All-time leading blocks leader at UC Irvine.
22 points now for Davis. His most productive offensive night of the season. And Samuels responds with the deuce.
Beach basket by David Samuels.
13 points for David Samuels. Souza on the head fake, gets an open look. Can't knock it down. Jack Williams on the board.
We're under 4 minutes. Beach has to do something. Get their scorers involved. Get the ball inside. Look to get Mike Caffey driving to the basket.
Samuels quickly.
Big time defensive possession here. You're down 4 with 3.5 minutes to go. And if you're Irvine, you try to use as much clock as you can, but attack when it's opportunistic.
Samuels has been the spark of the last 60 seconds. Long pass to Souza, and Dunning throws it away. Their 9th turnover tonight for UC Irvine. Samuels, here's 2 of 4 big points in the last minute. Irvine by 4. Back in Long Beach, California, UC Irvine leading Long Beach State 52-48 for the final 3:15 in this game. It has been the Will Davis II show. 22 points tonight, and he's done it on 8 of 10 shooting. He's been 6 of 7 for the free throw line. Such an efficient evening, and really, Davis II has emerged in this contest.
He's an exciting finisher. He does it a lot of times on offensive rebounds. You see him making post moves, the turnaround Jay, and then also getting to the free throw line. Teammates putting him in positions to score. That's what's most impressive. You have a lot of players know exactly where he's going to be and where he's efficient at.
Davis has been great tonight and has carried UC Irvine. Sanas Tavasol has more.
Thanks, Trent. Now, with those last free throws, Will Davis II just surpassed his previous season high of 21 points that he had at Cal State Fullerton back on January 15th, with a total of 22 points tonight. So for this game, you guys, his career high is 32 points. He might just surpass that here tonight. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sanaz. And to think he's done this, 22 points of just 52 for UC Irvine. That's a very high percentage of the scoring.
Points are hard to come by for both teams. This could be a barn burner down the stretch. If Long Beach can score here, it changes a lot of mentality for both squads.
Tyler Lamb to the basket, up and in. Tyler Lamb now 11 points in the second half. Samuels and Lamb have combined for 22 of the Beach's 23 second half points.
There it is. It was right there. Now your mentality changes for both teams. How you're going to attack.
John Ryan answers.
And that's 22 points in the paint for Irvine now. I think that's how they need to continue attacking, really how they made their money in the first half.
Ryan's now got 7 points and 10 boards. Caffey. McKay LaSalle underneath. Back out Hammonds.
Irvine making it so hard to get inside the three-pointer. So congested in there.
10 on the shot clock for Caffey. Can't get it to fall.
You're UC Irvine right now. You're trying to use the clock to your best of your ability. If I were them, I would go down inside to John Ryan or Will Davis II. Let their big fellas make some plays.
Under 2 minutes. Great hustle by Tyler Lamb. Caffey with it, and he's hit by Wright. How about that hustle by Tyler Lamb?
I know, that could be a game changer right there. Because of this hustle play, and Mike Caffey receiving the ball, he got fouled. Now one-on-one free throws to the line.
That the third foul on Wright.
Mike Caffey at the
And
free throw
Caffey
line. He'll shoot.
1-1 right now. 6 points for Mike Caffey. All 6 of those came in the first half. At the 7th foul on UC Irvine.
And how many times has he had heroic efforts down the stretch for this team? He's made a lot of big plays down the stretch. Mike Caffey, that is. Game-winning shots over the last couple of years. Exciting finisher for Long Beach State.
First free throw good.
That's good that he made that. He missed the front end of a one-on-one earlier in this game.
Caffey exhaled there like a sigh of relief that he could see the ball go through the basket.
Hey, you see that ball go through the net. That's a confidence booster for any player.
And then hits the second. 1 possession game, under 2 minutes. Black and blue rivalry. Martin, 17 on the shot clock. Trying to end an 8-2 run by Long Beach State. Nelson doesn't fall. Beach can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3. Caffey pulls up for the 3, no good. Rebound Martin. Martin leading the break. He's going to take it all by himself. Instead finds Wright. Long Beach State basketball.
Irvine would have been better served if Martin would have pulled that out or stopped and hit a small jump shot. Jump stop to a little jumper. I'd say finish it with your left hand. Finish it with your left hand there. I don't know why you're trying to get it to right. Go ahead and finish that. I know he's undersized. I think he could finish it. He's so good with his floating game.
That's the 7th second-half turnover for UC Irvine. They had only 4 in the first half. So Russell Turner calls the timeout. Irvine has 2 timeouts left. Long Beach State called 2 in the first half, none in the second. They have 3 left. And the Beach currently on an 8-2 run in the last 2:48.
Both these coaches know how to use those timeouts effectively down the stretch. And kudos to them for saving a couple. You see Long Beach State has 3, Irvine still has 2. Can use those timeouts down the stretch to set up late game situational plays. Long Beach State having the basketball back. Now they're going to have to find some creative way to get to the basket. I know Long Beach State has had a very difficult time scoring in the half court against this long defensive team at UC Irvine.
Of the 39 minutes we've played, UC Irvine has led 38 of them.
I don't know who the pressure is more on right now.
Long Beach State won the first meeting between these 2 teams. The Beach trying to stay atop the Big West standings. 67 seconds to make up 2 points.
This lineup for Long Beach State has 4 guys that can shoot the basketball in it. Surround that with David Samuels.
1 minute remaining.
Pretty good combination, a good opportunity to score.
Lamb's had a great night. Missed that jumper.
Have to play a solid defensive possession here. Try to get the defensive rebound and take the final shot to tie or win. Irvine needs to play intelligently. No unforced turnovers. And see if they can get a great shot to extend their lead.
Right with it now. Nelson. Back to Wright. 10 on the shot clock. Knocked away by Hammonds. Shot clock turned off. Here's Caffey now. Michaela Sal decides not to shoot.
To attack.
They're going to play through. Caffey finds LaSalle for three. It's good!
Ice in his veins. How about the pass to LaSalle to find a wide open shooter on the wing? That's phenomenal offensive basketball. Watch the way he attacks the basket, draws so much attention, and you see a wide open LaSalle who's able to knock that in the long outstretched arms of Travis Souza.
Timeout UC Irvine. Long Beach State takes the lead on the Michaela LaSalle three. He's hit three of them tonight. None bigger than that with 9.2 seconds left.
Like what I see with the Long Beach State coaching staff, assistant coach Mike Scholl saying, guys, calm down. That's great. We have the lead. But there's 9 seconds here. And we're playing against a very big and strong team. They're really talking about defense here. Expect UC Irvine to try to dump the ball inside. Try to get their big guys going. If they can't make a layup, kick it out for a shot or get fouled trying.
If you're Irvine, it seems like Davis may be your only option right now. Nelson's 2 of 9 from the field, Martin 2 of 10, and Davis has been the guy.
He has been the guy. Doesn't look like John Ryan's in the game for Irvine. He's been effective down low inside. And Nelson coming off a ball screen or looking to go inside to Davis. A lot of times they don't have to make a back-to-the-basket pass, though. What they can do is get into the paint, and they do a really good job at dumping it down to one of their players inside. This game is far from over.
So 9.2 seconds left. UC Irvine will have to go the length of the court. Michaela Sal hits a mega three to give Long Beach State a 1-point lead. Each team with 2 timeouts left.
Psychologically, the most difficult part for Long Beach right now is to put that behind them and focus. Hey, no more celebrating. This game ain't over. We have to get a stop here. And what a great crowd to have as your 6th man around you.
Long Beach State trying to continue an 11-game home winning streak.
One thing they have to think about, though, and they lost the game against Santa Barbara last year here in Walter Pyramid, not blocking out somebody. You have to block out anybody that's not around the basketball.
Here's Martin. Martin to the basket. Gets it to go. And Martin scores at the hoop with 1.4 seconds. Willed his way to the basket, and it falls.
Big time play. So quick and so athletic. Loves to use floaters, and he's so good in transition. This play really favored Jaron Martin, who has done an outstanding job this season, filling in for some of the injured players for UC Irvine.
Jaron Martin, 9 points tonight. Those 2 big ones, and may be the game winner. But Long Beach State's going to get one more chance with 1.4 seconds. And now they have to go the length of the floor.
They have some options here. Long Beach State can throw the ball, get the ball across half court, burn another timeout, and set up one play for a single shot. Or perhaps can run the old picket fence play. Remember Valparaiso, Bryce Drew, throwing the ball the length of the floor, catching the ball around the top of the three-pointer, streaking three-point shooters going down the sideline. You have time for one pass or one dribble into making your last second shot to win the game.
Jaron Martin, the sophomore, finds a lane, gets all the way to the basket to give UC Irvine the lead back with 1.4 seconds.
Expect streaking shooters going through down the sidelines. You can find a streaking shooter down the sideline, you can get a wide open shot.
Last chance now for the Beach. Trying to win their 12th straight at home, 7th in a row overall.
Travis Hammond's your quarterback. Look for it to go the distance. All the way to Dave Samuels at half court. There it is.
Intercepted. Travis Souza. And UC Irvine knocks off Long Beach State in the pyramid. What an effort by UC Irvine. They came out fired up right away. Long Beach State climbs back, but not enough. Jaron Martin, the game winner with 1.4 seconds.
UC Irvine controlled this game. Now they find themselves tied for 2nd place with Long Beach State. However, UC Davis doesn't beat CSUN again. It's a 3-way tie between those 3 teams for 1st.
You have to imagine both of these teams going to be rooting for the Matadors tonight. Irvine improves to 7-2 in conference play. Jaron Martin, the hero, scores with 1.4 seconds, found a lane, got all the way to the hoop. But Will Davis II, the star tonight, Sanaz Tavasol is with our player of the game.
Will, you had a season high of 22 points here tonight. Tell me a little bit right now what happened in this game.
This game, I just felt good coming out from the jump. They were giving me good looks. I was scoring, and then I just wanted to run through the flow of the offense. So they were just giving me good looks, and the ball was going in tonight.
You guys had a disappointing loss Thursday night against UC Davis. You came out here from the get-go with high energy. Second half of this game, it looked a little shaky from Long Beach. Defensively, was this tougher for you here tonight?
Yes, it's always a tough environment when we come and play in the pyramid. But coming into this game, off that big loss that we had against UC Davis, we knew that we just had to come with intensity and then play our balls off.
You realize that you just broke an 11 home game win streak here tonight, right?
I didn't even know that, but it feels good to do it.
Congratulations. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Sanaz. UC Irvine has now won 43 in a row when they have held their opposition under 60 points. For Richie Schuler, Sanaz Tavasol, and our entire crew, I'm Trent Schwalm saying so long from the Walter Pyramid in Long Beach, California. The final score tonight, UC Irvine beats Long Beach State 56-55. To watch this entire game on replay as well as other games on our family of ESPN networks, you can log on to watchespn.com or download the Watch ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. Have a good night, everybody.